let's look at our predictions for the Chinese Grand Prix weekend. So before we jump into our sprint and sprint qualifying predictions, check out all the chapters along the video. If you want to skip to our race predictions or our other qualifying predictions, then feel free to jump along, or feel free to watch the whole video. It's entirely up to you, but go through if you don't want to look at us for very long and just want to see what you want to see. So we're going to brush over the sprint qualifying. We don't really see much of a point, really, of it. I think it's kind of... obviously, it lines the grid up, but we're just going to brush over it, who we think is going to be the top three. Max Verstappen, pole, Perez second, and I'm just going to throw Carlos Sainz in there. That's just me. That's just... I'm going to throw that in, because I want to brush over this. Doesn't really bother me.
Throwing that in. Okay, well, I'm going to go for something different, because we haven't been to China since 2019. We've only got one practice session. Mm-hmm. So... it has all the hallmarks of potentially changing up the grid more than races we've been to previously. Yeah, say that.
It's still going to be a Max for pole. Come on.
I mean, probably. Yeah. But I think I'm going to go slightly off-piste.
Okay, well, go on. Give it, go on. Stop on this anticipation. Just spit it out. Go. Right.
I'm going to go with Charles Leclerc on pole.
Okay.
For the sprint qualifying. Okay. And then I'm going to go for Oscar Piastri in second.
Okay.
And
very random.
I'm going to go for Max Verstappen third.
Right. You heard it there first, folks. Sprint qualifying. Get your bets in.
I mean, if that was a bet, then I would love to know the odds for that.
About 1,000,000 to 1.
Yeah.
So the sprint race. Let's give our top three for the sprint race. Now, Ben, go on, I'll let you go first.
Okay, because I went for a slightly wacky qualifying. We'll go for... I think we're going to go for a slightly wacky race result.
If these actually come through, I swear, like, I'm definitely putting it...
I'll be the messiah of Formula 1.
You actually make Formula 1 interesting this year. So just go for it. Come on.
That is the objective, because at the moment it's not looking particularly amazing. But
no, but come on.
Oscar Piastri.
To win the sprint. Yeah, his second sprint win.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he's done it in the past, so why not? Why not?
Still a win over Lando Norris.
Yeah. I'm going for it. Okay. That's my P1.
Okay.
P2, I will go for Max in second.
Okay.
And then I'll go for Leclerc in third, because he has a very good history of not converting poles to...
My question for you is, though, why Piastri first? What makes you think that McLaren's going to make it first?
Why Piastri? Well, he has a good history in sprint racing, and I need some better things than this. Come on, why is China so good for the McLaren, Ben? Why is that going to do it? Well, as I said in the sprint race, that we haven't been here in a number of years, and reading reports from FIA inspections of the track, it's exceedingly bumpy. So we sort of know Mercedes are not going to enjoy this track.
Mercedes are currently not enjoying any track.
Well, this is true.
but yeah.
But because we haven't been here, I know we've got simulators. I know we've got those programs that can run pretty close to reality event. But there's always something that's a bit of a curveball.
Yeah.
And for me, Oscar Piastri is my curveball.
Okay. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Oscar Piastri to win the sprint in China. Right, so my predictions.
Go for it.
Are you ready for
this?
Let's
hear them.
So I'm going to be a bit more, I guess, realistic. Logical is the word I'd use. Mundane and boring and ruin everyone's hopes and dreams. Well, Max is going to win. Let's be honest, Max is going to win. And but I'm going to put Carlos Sainz second.
He's having a good run of form. So
very good run of form.
I would agree with
that.
And
I think just because you've done it, but I'm going to put a different... Lando Norris in third.
Okay.
I'm going to say Perez would not be on the podium for that. And I don't know why, but I just feel like this run of form that he has got is going to come to an abrupt end at some point. I don't know, I just have this feeling it's going to slowly fall away like it did last year. But we'll see. At some point,
we will see.
We'll see. So I think that's my top three. And but I just can't see a McLaren winning. But
you never know.
You never know. Qualifying, but the real qualifying, the proper qualifying, the qualifying that is actually means something for the feature race. Forget the sprint now. The sprint's gone. Now going to feature races. Qualifying.
Yep.
Ben, give us your top three.
Okay, so qualifying. Shall I be a bit more sensible, or shall I be a bit more out there?
You do whatever you want, but I'm still going to question everything you say. So
good.
What are you going to say?
I like that. Let's go for. I think I want a Ferrari weekend.
You always want a Ferrari weekend.
You're a
Ferrari supporter. You always want a Ferrari weekend.
But I like Carlos's run of form at the moment. So let's go for a Carlos pole.
Okay.
Go for a Carlos pole.
Okay.
And because we like to live in the dream world, let's go for a Charles Leclerc second.
What have you been smoking?
Some very good stuff. And then we'll go for a Max in 3.
Okay. You've definitely. I don't know what you've been smoking. I don't know what you've been drinking or smoking, but
I just have a feeling with Ferrari.
Okay. I mean, cars.
I have a feeling
they might have the car to do it. Who knows?
The Ferraris look good. Okay, it looked good in Australia, but Japan. Okay, sort of fell off a bit more compared to Australia.
Yeah.
But another race.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? These have been around China for many years, so it could, in theory, no one really knows those ground effect cars even go around there. The Red Bull might actually not do well. I mean, highly unlikely, but it might not. Might not like the bumps, and the Ferrari might do really well. So yeah, I mean, it's not completely and utterly out there because Ferrari is still the second best team.
I want a bit of a mix-up, but what are your predictions?
My predictions. See, I want to go a bit wacky, but like you, but I just can't. I'm so demoralised by this year. It's just the same thing every single time.
This is why you got to be a bit wacky, so that when it does happen,
I took my morale back for Formula One. So right. I'm gonna go for a Perez pole.
Okay, slightly. Well, obviously different.
No, I'm not
going
going
so we're going for a different Red Bull. If that's wacky, then go off.
No, I'm not. Actually, ignore that. I'm not doing that. No, I'm still, I think, going to go with Max on pole, and I think I'm still going to put that there. And the only reason I'm doing that is you've taken both Ferraris, so I'm going to do something different and put Max on pole. But the second and third, I think you're going to have. I think Leclerc, it needs to pick up his form to Carlos, so I reckon he'll be second. I'm pretty confident on that. And then it's between Sainz and a McLaren, and I don't know what to pick. But because you haven't picked a McLaren, I'm going to pick a McLaren. I'm going to pick Lando again, I think, in third.
You just have no faith in Oscar, do you?
No, I do, but he's just not. He's still not there with Lando. I mean, we all know he's a great driver, and I think Piastri is a fantastic driver, and he will be. He's just getting better and better. But Lando still just has that little edge over him at the moment. So I think if I was going to pick for both, it would be Lando.
Go for Lando and P3 then.
Lando and P3.
There we go.
So it's my top 3. There we go. So the feature race.
Grand Prix.
Feature race. Feature race Grand Prix. That was only a wind up. Right, anyway, so we're going the feature race top 3. And as always, Ben.
Am I going again? Oh, wow.
Well, I'm putting you on the pedestal. I'm putting you there first. Go for it.
Don't put me on the pedestal, please.
Okay, well, you are actually on.
You
actually are on a pedestal. So.
Right. Okay. So.
You going for wacky, or you going for logical, or a mixed bag?
I might go for a mixed bag.
Okay, mixed bag.
I feel a mixed bag might be the sensible option here. So.
Pick a mix.
Well, it is. I do enjoy a good pick a mix.
Yeah, well, who doesn't?
Exactly. So let's go. Wow. Ferraris are never really any good at holding their lead when the main Red Bull is still a contender.
Yeah.
So let's go with a Max.
Oh, he's finally had some sense. He's put Max on top.
Let's go for a Max.
I know it's horrible to say, though, isn't it? You don't want to say it. You don't want to say it, but yeah.
My whole entire body is just going, please.
No, don't say it. Rejecting the idea.
So let's go for Max win. And a Ferrari 2-3.
Ferrari 2-3.
But
which order though?
I knew you'd ask me that.
You can't get away with that, I'm afraid.
I can't see.
You've got to. You got to do it. You're on the pedestal. Do it.
I can't see Carlos coming third. I can see him coming second and beating Charles again, and having the whole issue of really we need to keep Carlos and Charles.
I just think
that would be for me.
the pressure's on Leclerc at the moment, but I still think I think the confidence is all in science at the moment. He's got all the confidence in the world,
and he had a race off with appendicitis,
yeah.
which, and considering how close both of those drivers are in the championship at the moment, it's not looking good.
Not looking good.
But Carlos, to me, he's got that confidence. He's got that ability to move forwards with that. And as we've said in the podcast before, he's basically advertising himself for another team.
Exactly. So go on your top three. It was Max, Carlos, Leclerc.
Exactly that.
Okay.
So what are your top three?
Oh, I feel like I'm just repeating myself saying the same three cars each time. I feel like I'm just saying the same three cars for each one. So,
I mean, that is Formula One for a good number of years now.
And it will continue to be Formula One for a number of years. I mean, again, it's one of them where you don't want to say it, but you know it's true. It's Max. But do you know what? I've done Max too much. I'm going to say something different.
Go for a wacky one.
I'm going to be the wacky guy this time. I'm going to put Ferrari to win.
Good man.
And I'm going to put Carlos to get his second win of the season.
It would be nice.
I think Carlos will get his second win of the season. Then I'm going to put Max in second. And then I'm going to put...
Split the Ferraris.
Split the Ferraris.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm going to put... It's between Perez and Leclerc in third. And I feel like I've been a bit neglective of Perez. So I'm going to put Perez in third. And then have Leclerc in fourth. When he got, I'm not putting fourth, but it would come fourth. But between the two, I haven't put Perez in anything. So I'm going to put Perez in third. So it'll be Ferrari, Red Bull. So it's kind of the opposite of what you've done. You did Red Bull, Ferrari, and I've done.
If we do it that way, then one of us is
one of us is going to be right. So yeah, that's mine. What do you think?
Sensible, logical from both parties.
Mostly.
We'll see who's right, but ultimately we know that there's going to be a 9 time out of 10. There's going to be a Red Bull at the top step.
Yeah, it's going to be. You can hear. We're probably going to hear Dutch anthem 4 times this weekend.
I do want to put a petition in for them to change their national anthem to something that's a bit more uplifting and interesting.
Like the Italian national anthem. I mean, honestly, I love that anthem. When that comes in, it's brilliant. I love it. I think it's so uplifting.
The first 2 national anthems, the Italian and the German national anthem, were the first 2 national anthems that I knew.
Well, hang on a minute. What about God Save the Queen?
That was the third. Yeah. Because I heard it not every single weekend, but at least every fortnight when Shuey was at his peak. It was always the Italian and German.
I can't believe you don't know the third one was your own country. I'm thoroughly surprised.
Well, I know the words to God Save the Queen. I don't know the words to the Italian national anthem, the German.
You can probably hum it.
I can hum it, yeah. But I don't know the words.
I mean, since Lewis Hamilton's been around, though, it's just been God Save the Queen constantly over and over and over and over and over and over again. Well, 103 times. Three times, yeah. So, yeah. We are probably going to be horrifically wrong. And probably none of our predictions will come in. However,
I know that my sprint qualifying and sprint race results are coming in. Okay. I know. I have that feeling.
Well, I put Max on pretty much everything bar not the feature race, the Grand Prix race.
Thank you.
So I mean, most of mine will probably come in, but I mean, if one of us do right and get it right, then fantastic. Then I mean, brilliant. Then we'll do a bet or something. But I don't see many of them coming in, especially your wacky ones that's so mental. Right?
Got to give hope to the masses in some format.
I hope you feel inspired. Inspired to have an orange car on the podium or
papaya. I believe is the correct colour.
Sorry, papaya.
Papaya.
We have our qualifying reaction and race reaction as usual will be coming this weekend, so make sure you tune into them as well. But we'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.